A memorable television series has its origins, just like in films. It always starts with the first step, number one, the pilot episode, or shall we call it. It is defined as the new idea or concept in the form of the first episode to be made, used to show and sell to the network executives in hopes of receiving a green light to produce it as a series. It comes from the Greek roots of the word pilot, meaning prototype. We have to ask technically, what is the objective of a pilot episode? Number one, it introduces us to the world in the story, meaning not just the environment but the characters, setting, and themes around it. Number two, provide a test run for a full series. It allows the network executives to determine if the show will work efficiently and financially. Lastly, it can be a backdoor pilot to create a spin-off around supporting characters. In this episode of this scene and in relation to the pilot episode, one of the most memorable ones in recent memory comes from a critique on the work-life balance perspective, a series called Severance. In its first episode, Good News About Hell. Rewind. We will now
Now,
take a look at the
I think I
first
know where a
meeting of
disconnect is
Mark and
coming from.
Haley at the
What?
office.
Well, there was a
First, let
preamble
us take
which
a
I was
look at
supposed to
the
read before
production
the
design
survey
of
had.
the setting, color theory. Green is the dominant color here, which represents two contrasting meanings. First, work is an important part of their life. And two, the toxicity of their workplace. Blue, which can be seen in the corporate attire that they wear, represents that they are part of the organization. The director also focuses on the manual of Lumon. Blue, again, represents the strict rules and regulations of the company they are in. Play.
Into the questions, but I unfortunately skipped that. Went straight into the survey.
Am I livestock?
Pause. But before we get into that, we have to define the term directing. Mainly focus on developing and implementing the overall creative vision of a script, as well as working with actors on crafting performances. Let us focus on the second definition and implement it on one of the two main elements of directing: proximity and blocking. Proximity has its own multiple meanings. It can be the distance between characters and the camera, the distance between characters, and the implied distance between camera and subject. While blocking is the process of arranging actors and objects in a scene and determining the camera's placement and movement. Here, Helly's standing position is meant to push and dominate over herself to Mark, and their proximity or distance means they didn't know each other up until today. Play.
Doc?
I'm sorry?
Like, did you grow me as food and that's why I have no memories?
You think we grew a full human, gave you consciousness?
I don't know.
Did your nails?
I don't know. I don't know you.
No, you're not livestock. Good Lord.
Then what's my name?
Helly. Your name is Helly. Helly R. Please.
Up until Harry decides to level herself with Mark just by sitting at the table. Eye level. Balance of powers. Pause. Here, we see Mark on the left side as the corporate guy and Helly on the right side with questions about why she was there. Play.
Thank you for taking the welcome survey. I can sense that the questions made you feel afraid or disoriented. Well, the good news is you're at an orientation. You see, you have been hired to a position on the severed floor of Lumen Industries.
The what floor?
In this switch of positions, Helly is agitated on the left part of the screen, while Mark is just doing his job at the right. A foreshadowing of what is going to happen. Play.
I understand you're confused about the severance procedure. Before we hop on that, let's chat about something I bet you have heard of, the work-life balance. To start, imagine yourself as a seesaw. Ow! Fuck! That locks from out there!
Let me out!
God. Can we just take a beat, please? Please.
Again, proximity. Helly comes close and sits next to Mark, meaning they now both want to meet in between, empathizing with each other, switching again the position and roles of each other, where Mark empathizes with Helly, in which Helly wins the argument in this sequence.
Okay, my name's Mark. And, a few years back, I woke up on this table in this room, and a disembodied voice asked me 19 times who I was. And when I realized I couldn't answer, I told that voice that I would find him and kill him. I don't know why I said that. I was scared too.
Did you kill the voice?
No. No, that voice's name was Petey, and he became my best friend. So look, there is a life to be had here, Helly.
A life to be had?
Well, you see, life, like a seesaw,
Let me the fuck out of here!
Ask me again.
What?
You've asked twice to be let go. Ask one more time.
Mark,
Yeah.
I would like to leave the building now.
I understand you don't feel it's working out for you here at Lumen. While disappointed, I'd hate to keep you somewhere you're not happy. So let's get you out of here.
pause. In this final shot, Mark finally agrees with Helly, and we have the final switch of positions between them. A cleverly directed sequence, should I say.
Herb.
Fast forward, fade to black. The second season of Severance is one of the most anticipated digital series in a while. A mix of science fiction and a commentary on work-life relationship is absolutely intriguing material. Mark your schedules, sit back, relax, and remember, a cleverly and meticulously directed series is worth watching and your time. So yeah, Severance Season 1 and 2 are available at your Apple devices, Apple TV application, right? Yes, please do subscribe to them for them to make shows like this in the future. Are we clear on that? And yes, thank you very much for the support on my channel. Please do like, subscribe, share again, okay? Thank you for the last year and for the next year. Hopefully, you guys support me, raise my engagements, and I really appreciate it, okay? And take care, guys, okay? Have a happy new year.